My mic was muted. Oh, you guys missed the best intro ever. The best. My name's Reese. This is Late Night Sesh. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. I hope your Wednesday's been great. What a couple weeks I've had. Wow. Let me bring in the co-host. Let's just do that right away. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get him in here.
Thanks
Sean.
thanks for getting me psyched prior to us going live. It worked.
I tried. I'm really trying. How you been, Sean? You been good?
I've been better, but I've been worse. It's, times are weird.
Yeah.
Everyone's affected by stuff. The weather doesn't help, but it's.
No, nobody.
I hosted an open mic today. Maybe you'll like this, and I got the biggest laugh by just saying, "Hey, everyone, it's warmer." Like you don't want. I mean, you want. Nobody likes easy laughs. You know what I mean? Like, they're fine to.
But on a really cold, shitty day, sometimes it warms you up a little bit.
It does, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But it is warmer than it was. I mean, it was like 1 degree Fahrenheit here. Now it's like 30.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, it has been really cold where I am. I'm not too far from you. Like, I'm in the Toronto area. So that's, I don't know, hours away or so. It was really cold, but then it kind of like was bearable for the last 3 days. But I heard it's going to be shitty again, and that makes me upset. That makes me very upset. Like,
at least they know. I mean, it's better that it's not a surprise.
That's right. That's right. I guess that's right. I like to see it coming.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I wasn't here last week because I didn't see something coming. I got fucking T-boned, Sean.
No.
I got T-boned by a lady. She was doing 90 in a 40 kilometers an hour. Kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
So that's like 50 in a fucking 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's double than what you're supposed to, it sounds like.
Oh, yes, it was very much double what you're supposed to. And she threw my car around something fierce. Ooh, boy.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a heck of a week. So now I don't have a Jeep anymore. So So now I'm looking for a new vehicle. I'm in the vehicle market, so I've been doing a lot of car shopping, and it really made me remember how much I hate car shopping.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Now I'm a little bit better. I had a little bit of the whiplash. I heard we got a good guest for that today. I got to talk to him about some stuff. I need some smack laid down on people, bro. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was better than I thought. My poor buddy. He was in the car with me, and he went like this. This is the window. Yeah. He went, wow, ooh. and then he went like this. Oh, and then the airbag went off, so he got hit twice.
Wow.
And I was like, "You okay?" And he's just like, I just got hit twice." And I was like, "Yeah, no, that sucks. That sucks. Let me go look at. Oh no, yeah, we're fucked." And what was the worst part about it, Sean? We were running errands before we opened our new show. I was opening a new show a couple weeks ago with a very talented individual called Slow Learner. So we were on our way to do our first version of that show. Running our last minute errands, we get T-boned and we can't do the show.
Did you have dash cam footage? Do you have
No, but it has made me invest in a dash cam. So I do now have a dash cam. Don't have a car, but boy, I have like the Cadillac of dash cams.
Hey, nice.
Now I just need to get a Cadillac of dashboards to put it on.
Right.
Something, I don't know. Yeah, but it's weird, like going around and looking at all the cars and then looking at all the salespeople do their fucking sales dance. It's wild and seeing how different dealerships attack not attack the customer. That's probably a bad approach the customer.
Of course.
It's been a fun little thing for me.
Did you go in with any new sort of like, I don't know, sort of what's your mode? Do you go in and tell them that you got in an accident? Do you get sympathy?
I don't know. Sometimes no, I don't like to do that. But when you go to a lot of car dealerships, it's like when you're looking at apartments, I find it's like put on new identities at each dealership. Like you do different things. Like, because I'm not going to buy yet. I just want to try this car out. This guy doesn't need to know who I am or what I do. I'm not, unless I'm taking the car out for a test drive. I'm just there kicking tires.
Yeah.
So I become Raul Mondesi, former baseball player and poker player extraordinaire.
Not too far from the truth, right? Yeah.
Right. No. It's just fun to go around and try all these cars, knowing that I'm not going to buy that car, but I just need to test it against the vehicle I want to buy.
Yeah.
But I have to go out and try them all. It's been fun.
Not another Jeep?
No, God, no. God, never again. Never again. Somebody told me that Jeep is a fun acronym for just empty every pocket, and now I can't unhear that. So now I can never own one. I'm a simple man, Sean. Little slogans like that will get me every time.
What's the car with the best acronym then, I guess? That's what you need to figure out.
I don't know. See, that's true. Like every acronym that I've heard that's car related is usually bad, right?
Yeah.
Like Ford is what? Found on road dead?
Yep, I've heard that one.
Yeah. Fiat, fix it again, Tony. I don't know one for Chrysler yet.
No, yeah.
But it sounds like you're crying about a slur, or you're slur crying. I don't know what you're doing. I don't like the name. Like the name.
I have faith in you.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. I gotta get a new vehicle. It's no choice. I can't get anywhere. Can't do nothing.
Right.
And I got to get this show learner going, Sean. The slow learner. It's a fun show. I think people would very much enjoy it. I'm working with a very talented dude named Ben Rispin.
Yeah.
And Ben Rispin is a musician who was in the bands Rules, The Video Dead, and Saint Alvia Cartel, 3 gold record-winning bands. Gold record awarded? I don't know. But the guy is amazing. He wrote a series of essays. Pretty much, one of them was called "How Learning to Love Jar Jar Binks Made Me a Better Person," and we've adapted this series of essays into a stage show now.
Oh, nice. Is there learning involved as well, or?
Oh yeah, there's some learning, and it's I don't even know how to really describe the show. It's what a fun look at this person's brain. You know what I mean?
That's a good.
But we're trying.
I'm intrigued.
We've sold 2 shows out. The first show that we ended up doing, we sold that out. We just sold this one out. That's tomorrow night. And then we just got booked for those. Both shows were in Hamilton, and now we just got offered a show in Toronto in March. So we're going to be doing a show in Toronto in March now.
Excellent.
Yeah. So hopefully that keeps growing out, and we keep we launched a whole series called the Slow Learner Series, and then we can involve more very creative and very fun people.
Excellent. Hey, Reese, let me ask you a Toronto-related question.
Go ahead.
Are you excited for the film Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie?
Sean, now I haven't been more excited for a film since I was about 4 years old and Land Before Time hit. My God. I've been such a fan of Nirvana, the band show, since its inception, that this movie is going to be nothing short of either amazing or so disappointing. Either way, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm aware of Nirvana, and I was not aware of Nirvana, the band, the show until recently, until I heard about the movie. I don't know if you know, he found a squeak toy, but he's
going to town.
But the movie looks. I'm excited for it as well. Not to the level of you are, but and I also just
the show's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Have you watched the show or just?
So this is a good conversation. Should I watch the show before seeing the movie?
Yeah. No, absolutely. You need to get a sense of who Matt and Jay are, and you need to get a sense of the because you're gonna not understand how they get away with what they do.
I see.
Yeah, I think it's and the show is just so fucking good.
Yeah,
I would argue, I would personally argue that show is the best Canadian comedy to come out in the last 35 years.
Wow, that long since Land Before Time.
Yeah. No, Land Before, that was an American melodrama. But easily since Beachcombers, you know what I mean? This show is just absolute amazing, and it from the very first episode to the very last episode of the TV show, you're like, what the fuck was that? What
Right.
the fuck? Chef's kiss. It's so good. Walter and I both became borderline obsessed with the show. It was so good. And the house, because it is filmed in Toronto, and Walter and I, during one of our adventures to Toronto, where we were wandering around the streets inebriated, found the Nirvana the band, the show House.
Oh wow.
And got some pictures there. Yeah, I would recommend it. I believe that you will not only enjoy it, it will become one of your favorite Canadian shows of all time as well.
Wow, I can't wait. I do sometimes like going into things a little like
Blind.
Yeah. But I will watch the show before watching the movie. I'll take your advice.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that you're going to watch it, and there's an episode, I can't remember the name of it. It might be called the Queen Street Strangler, but it's their Christmas episode where it's just a phenomenal homage to people of our age's childhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a what a throwback. Yeah, I fucking love that. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Speaking of childhood, I heard a review of Stranger Things recently that was pretty interesting, and it was that I haven't seen the last season. I don't know. The show kind of dipped for me in a season 4 anyway. But somebody pointed out that it's not really a nostalgic show for things that were popular in the 80s. It's a nostalgic show for things that are still popular from the 80s. Like there's a whole bunch of things that it missed that like you grew up with, but you kind of forgot about, you know what I mean? It's just like really service the things that like that are still popular, which I thought was just kind of an interesting, I don't know, maybe that's a worthy essay for your
yeah, I think he might have to take that one on. No, but I find you to be right. I think that even the end of the show, which I did stick around for.
Yeah.
I found it was kind of like it ended like every 80s kind of movie did. Like, you know, all of the characters had their happy end. Like that's how movies ended back then. You know what I mean? Only in the early 2000s, after 9/11, did we become so jaded that people must die for the picture to be good. You know what I mean? Everybody lived. This is garbage. Show me somebody dying. I need fucking heartbreak. Sir, you're watching the Bluey movie. I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's hard.
I blame Christopher Nolan.
I mean, you know, it's...
Ever since he made the melodramatic remake of fucking Clean Slate starring Sir Dana Carvey, I lost my mind.
Yeah.
Lost my mind. Did you ever see that movie?
Clean Slate? No. I've seen the Bomb movie. What's the Bomb movie? I'm blanking on the Bomb movie.
The Bond movie?
No, the Bomb movie. About the bomb.
Oh.
Oppenheimer. Barbieheimer? Yeah. It was all right. It was all right. I don't know if I'm that excited for The Odyssey. I feel like it looks too realistic. I feel, you know, I think it would be cool if that was just, I don't know. He could have used claymation or something. I don't know. He could have. That's a story.
Claymation would have been a choice.
Fantastic.
Yes. That would have been a choice.
Yeah. But I'm sure it's good.
No.
That's what he's doing.
See, now that I have a kid, I don't get to go out and watch a lot of movies anymore. Sure. You know what I mean? Every time I go to a theater, it's like, we're going to go see Bad Guys 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad guy. Like it was Bad Guys too. All like or what's that one? The Jolly Green Giant. No, what's that fucking new robot one? Envirobot. It's pretty much just the Iron Giant, but now it's an environmental story.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I'll
it's kind
be
of
honest, I don't know a lot of kids movies, so only because I don't have kids. So it would be kind of weird for me to know kids movies. I've heard of the Pixar ones, you know what I mean?
yeah. I feel like Pixar is like that's forever. Pixar is for
Yeah.
everyone now.
I've heard Inside Out is good, but I haven't seen it.
Inside Out.
Yeah, I've heard that's good. Isn't that the
Uh,
isn't that the Pixar movie about the emotions or something?
I think yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I fall asleep a lot at these movies. You know.
Hey, you need naps. Naps are important.
No, what though? This is the theater's fault, Sean, because they've changed the seats, my dude.
Uh,
You know this? They've changed the fucking seats at movie theater. Like my movie theaters up here, I don't know, it might be different in the States. I don't know. You guys might have some kind of bulletproofing or something that might make them more rigid.
right.
But up here in Canada, ours go almost all the way flat now, like beds.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and you can put a table over you, and we're allowed alcohol in our theaters, Sean.
Oh wow.
Yeah, fucking straight up. You can get bombed while watching Minions at 4 in the afternoon, and nobody will fucking stop you.
Well, if you had a blanket in the theater, you'd be done.
Oh, buddy, I fall asleep. I don't even need the blanket. I just
Right.
fall asleep wherever. If my body gets to that angle or greater,
Yeah.
the risk of me falling asleep multiplies by the angle of me.
Yeah. Well, we have the recliners here, but I feel like they don't really go flat. I mean, I think the recliners here usually go to about a spot where I won't fall asleep, you know. I told you I saw Avatar 3 on shrooms. Did I mention that
Oh yeah, now that's a time.
It's really incredible. And I kind of feel like I won't see it again just because the second time won't live up to how extraordinary. I've told
You know
people.
what?
I've told
You
people.
could be surprised.
That's true. I've told people who have not seen any Avatar film. I've told them to go see it on shrooms. Just go in blind. Like the movie will catch you up enough, and it'll be so
Right.
mind blowing. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
I don't know if anyone's taking.
I have to see something like I would like to see something like that, but like a 3D one, and I don't have mud eyes. You know, like I have good eyes.
Oh yeah.
Because I can't go to a 3D movie because my eyes are so bad, and I have to wear these big stupid fucking glasses. You know what I mean? It's the worst. I fucking I hate it. I hate it.
They look
But
good.
I'd like to like it. The glasses look good, yeah, but they don't let me see 3D, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about let's take a commercial? We'll come back after this commercial break. How about you want to take a quick one?
Oh yeah.
Let's take a quick one.
Accident victims. Getting money for injured people is a rare skill. Insurance companies often refuse to pay what is fair. The lawyer you pick must be able to make them pay. One way or another, I'm Lowell the Hammer Stanley. When you call me, you get 35 years experience battling the stingiest insurance companies for hundreds of millions of dollars. Just call me. Let's get your share. Lowell the Hammer Stanley, 459 cash!
It's my fucking dude right there, bro.
Wow. He's our guest.
Like Lowell, he's our guest today, and Lowell's commercial. I didn't tell anybody this yet, but his commercials make me want to sue people just to hire him to have him fuck with him.
Wow.
You know, like imagine a deposition and Lowell and myself are just yelling at the opposition. You fucks are gonna pay.
Right.
I'd come with like a feather fucking boa. Oh, I'd be the shit, man.
I don't know if he'd want you to yell with him. He's probably good at himself, but I don't know. The cases are different. We'll find out.
Does this happen to you that sometimes you just kind of get lost in the energy though, and you just want to be part of it?
Right.
That's how I feel.
I went. I've never sued anybody, but I've been in court for. I went with a friend who got a ticket once, and there was a case before his where the judge. This cop got up in front of, and it's hard to describe, but this was the the biggest prick of all the cops in there. It even felt like the other cops didn't like this cop. And
Okay.
the judge ended up lecturing this one cop because the cop didn't identify the person
Mhm.
he wrote a ticket to or something. It was some procedural thing. Like he was supposed to identify this person, and the judge like really laid into him. And of course, all of the other people in court loved seeing a cop get yelled at by the judge, and you could
Oh
even see all the other cops were like, "You fucking idiot," you know what I mean?
yeah. He's not gonna hear the end of that one.
Yeah, it's a good memory. It's one of those nice days in court.
That's amazing. I have been, yeah. I don't like going to court. It's never been a fun time for me.
Sure, sure.
I have been. I've been sued, and I've sued somebody.
Mm-hmm.
The person who sued me, I countersued them, and I won mine, and they lost theirs.
Yeah, right.
And I was like this, you dumb fuck, like because he was a dumb fuck. And then I went to a traffic court to fight a ticket. I think I must have been watching too much Matlock or some shit because I'm like, I got this. I'm going to use the defense of necessity.
Right.
And then the prosecutor was just like, nah. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I had to pay all these fines. And that wasn't fun.
Well, I applaud your confidence, because in situations like that, you have to be a little confident or stupid.
Well, I figured, like, I figured, why not? I had nothing really else to do. I'll go to traffic court, see what it's like. And it turns out when you lose, you got to pay more. Shouldn't have done it. You should have just taken the initial fine and said, okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Right.
Sometimes you make mistakes, Sometimes you make mistakes. I'll tell you what's not a mistake, Sean. This fucking flower that I've been smoking today, buddy. Oh my goodness. Was it Pink Wizard?
Ooh, that's a fun name.
Or Wizard Pink, and it's quite nice. It's very tasty, very piney, very sweet, very very kind of gassy. It's a nice little smoke. Man. And I was watching AEW wrestling, but none of the other wrestling boys are here to talk wrestling with me.
Well, what do you want to share? I'll listen.
I had so much fun. I love watching it. I just love why I want to talk about a love of it and how, because during the Olympics are on right now, and I believe that professional wrestling, would be a more competitive Olympic sport than several Olympic sports that are currently being run in the Olympics.
Interesting.
And I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it switch.
It would definitely be a fan favorite.
I think so, and more countries would be competitive because there's a lot of countries turning out great wrestlers, and not tons and tons and tons and tons of countries putting out elite level hockey teams. You know what I mean? Just saying, probably more countries can put out world class wrestlers than ice hockey players.
Right.
Just a thought. As we move into this Winter Olympics. Or ski jumping even. I remember they made a whole movie because there's a British ski jumper, and they're like, what? You can't jump. There's nothing to jump in England. You're crazy. Right. And this guy set a British record because he jumped 68 meters, and he looked like he was a Flappy Bird the whole time.
Yeah.
And he became called Eddie the Eagle.
I remember. He's a British hero.
The British hero, because he jumped literally the last place jump of the Calgary Olympics.
I just heard some story about a swimmer, and I forget what country he was competing with, but he was just like, he wasn't even a professional swimmer or something like that. He just qualified. It was the Olympics were trying to reward countries for trying to let people get into the Olympics in a way. And so this guy came in last in his heat. But two other people jumped false started. So he was the only one who swam and in his heat. And oh man, I forget the country and the guy's name, but I heard a newscaster talking about this, and he was just like, everyone was cheering for this
Yeah.
one guy.
I love that. I love stories like that.
Yeah, you don't have to be
But
good
he finished last.
to be in the Olympics.
No,
You just have to try.
It's the Olympic spirit. It's the Olympic spirit. Like you too could be like Lindsey Vonn, flying through the air and breaking her leg in a bunch of places because she skied with no ACL. You too. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. The hubris. The hubris.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy from the Netherlands today. He was mad because a fella clipped his skates, so he tried to swat at him as he skated by. I'm like, that's the Olympic spirit, baby.
Right.
Take a swing at him. What a time to be alive. The Olympics, I'm been watching a lot of because they're fun to watch when you're doing other things. And there's a radio station up here in Canada that's not too far from me that's doing a contest right now. And I'm not sure what this contest speaks to, how rich the station is or how little faith they have in our Canadian athletes. Mm-hmm. That they said, for every time a Canadian athlete wins a gold medal, we're going to give away, I think it was like 5 grams of gold. Wow. And it's just like, so you think we're going to win like 6 medals, man? Like you've got no faith in our athletes. What the fuck? You can't just go giving away gold in today's economic climate. You can't do that. Do you have competitions like that in the States? Do you have any kind of weird radio competitions going on around the Olympics?
Gosh, I mean, I haven't listened to the radio in a while.
Well, no, I'm still a radio guy.
Well, you still have I mean, you're in a car, so it makes sense.
Not anymore, buddy.
If I was driving, I'm sure I'd be on the radio myself. But it would be fun to enter more contests. I mean,
that's the best. That's the best. I have a friend.
Yes.
And they're like a friend in high school. So really, we only keep basically in touch through Facebook. Sure. And they are, I think, a professional contest and sweepstakes enterer.
Oh yeah.
And like every year, while people are doing their Spotify Wrapped shits, this person's like, "Yo, check out all this shit I won this year." It's just like, what the fuck? How did you win that, bud?
It's a smart hobby. There's this documentary. I think it's called The Contest or something like that. And it was about this crazy. My dog's going a little crazy, but there was in Japan. There was this show where they did this thing where they put a guy. It was like the beginning of the reality show craze, and Japanese shows are a little out there. But they put a guy in an apartment by himself, and he had to enter contests. Like,
fuck yeah! I think I've heard about this shit. Yeah.
And they videotaped him nonstop, and they were like, "You're going to be in here until you win like 1 million yen worth of stuff or something like that." And he even started out like naked, and he was like trying to win food and clothes and stuff. And this documentary is wild because it was like they didn't even tell him what he was signing up for, I guess, until like.
That makes me wonder how far we are away from an actual Running Man.
I mean, probably not that far. It might be happening in North Korea for all we know. We don't know what kind of games they run over there.
I mean, fuck, maybe, man. Like, maybe. Fuck, it's a scary thought.
I don't know what's on TV in Russia. Like, who knows?
I know some stuff.
Yeah,
it's part of my obscure sports segment I did a while ago. Whatever like happens in North America, Russia's like, hold my stolichnaya. And then they make something that's insane. So, for example, a favorite pastime of a lot of people in the United States and Canada is MMA.
Yes.
And they fight in like an octagon or a ring or something like that. So there's 2 fun variations in Russia that I've recently found. One of them takes place on like a 2-story structure. And it's pretty much like Streets of Rage on a 2-story structure. It's like a 2-on-2 or 3-on-3. Mm-hmm. And you fight on like a 2-level jungle gym that's padded. So somebody's going to die eventually. And then the other one is you get 2 guys and you put them in a car with their seatbelts on.
I've seen.
Yeah. And then they do jujitsu on each other in the car, and they call it car jitsu, and it makes me giggle. It makes me giggle all of the time.
I don't know what the name of this sport is. I just saw this on social media. It's the worst part of football. It's just two guys like 20 yards apart, and they just run full steam at each other, and then that's the sport.
Oh yeah, that started as a rugby thing, and a football drill where you lay on your back and you get up, run at each other, and rock each other.
Right, but it's
but
literally
rugby dudes. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's literally just sprinting at each other and hitting each other, which is like what causes CTE, they say.
No, 1,000,000%. Like one of the things I never like understood about, equipment.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, the outside is great. The outside of you is great. But like I don't think your helmet goes on the inside to protect your brain from rattling around off of your skull.
Right.
Like that's a big part of the damage there. It's cool that you got that neat helmet with the cool face cage.
Right.
Like it looks really cool, and it will stop a lot. But like your brain still does rapidly decelerate and go. That's part of the problem. Yeah. I wonder. Do you find, or do you think that CTE would be more? We're going to wildly speculate here because everybody knows we're not doctors. We've played them on television, but we're not doctors. Do you think football or rugby suffers from more cases of CTE? I would argue probably football because the padding makes them think that they're unstoppable and that they'll just rock your shit even harder from any angle.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean that's a logical conclusion. You might be onto something. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, yeah. What a crazy fucking sport. Like you see people just get full on starch. This is a grown man, almost 400 pounds, hitting another grown man, almost 400 pounds, and then hitting the ground and doing a Superman impression. It's not good. It can't be good. It can't be good.
Do you think it would be safer on the moon?
Oh yeah, or in a pool.
Yeah.
Try getting that kind of speed in a pool.
You're right. Pool football. Yeah.
It's like water polo, but you don't swim. You just run really slow.
Right. You could still have pads on if you wanted,
just stay out of the deep end.
Right.
Or you might have a hard time. You very much might have a hard time, man.
Wow. Did you zoom in, or did I zoom? Did the show zoom?
I didn't do nothing. I think maybe that's Kelly telling us to take a commercial break, and then we can come back with our.
Seriously injured? You need to call 757-459-CASH today. Dial the digits right now. 757-459-CASH. I'm Lowell the Hammer Stanley. I will turn over every rock, look into every corner to get you all the cash the law provides. I hammer and squeeze the insurance companies for cash payments, lost wages, lump sums, a replacement vehicle, a pain and suffering award. I hammer hard for what the law says is yours. Call 757-459-CASH. I cannot go after your rightful check until you call me. When you call me, I will focus on getting you the most money possible, on getting you the best medical benefits possible. I will make sure you are treated with all the respect you deserve, no matter the nature of your injuries. I'll talk to you for free, and I charge no legal fees unless you get paid. I'm Lowell the Hammer Stanley. 459-CASH. You call, I hammer!
Fucking yeah.
Yeah. He is thehammer.com. Mr. The Hammer.
I fucking love that. Let's bring him in. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, man. I love, man, the energy is unreal.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm all right.
Lowell, wonderful. I have a question I got to know right off the bat before we get started. When you're working and you're, dealing with these insurance companies, do you meet any of insurance company lawyers who have nicknames? Or is it just you as the handler?
Well, I have nicknames for them. Asshole, jerk, idiot.
Yeah. Okay.
I have nicknames for them.
I get it. Okay.
Man, Lowell, I wish I had you around, man. I just went through dealing with the insurance on this fucking accident. And let me tell you, the nicknames that you've just dished out are more than fitting for the people that I had to deal with.
Right.
Like, oh my God. It was the most frustrating experience in my life. It made me want to just buy a bicycle and say, fuck driving forever.
There you go.
Yeah. It was a heck of a time. Now, Lowell, how long have you been practicing law for?
About 40 years.
Amazing. And what made you want to get into it?
Well, I wanted to be a shepherd, but those jobs were all taken.
Yeah.
So, uh, no, I mean, I always had want to help people. And, lawyers, I think, are chosen because they demonstrate a history rich in human traits, the ability to care, the courage to fight, the will to win, a concern for the human condition, a passion for justice, and simple, uncompromising honesty. Those are the traits of the trial lawyer, and I try to do that.
Mm.
I love that. I always wanted to get into law when I was in school, but I got drawn to the world of entertainment. Entertainment caught a hold of me. I got
I'm a trial lawyer. Entertainment's a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. It's the
I mean,
show.
you've seen all these movies with trials
Very
and
true.
things like that, and basically we are performing for people. The stakes are high though, but you're in a show where you can't pick the audience, the jury. You can't pick your guy, the plaintiff or the defendant, and they're picked for you, and you can't pick the guy who rules, the judge. So everybody, it's all rigged, and you're doing the best you can.
It's the ultimate improv competition.
You got
right
it.
there.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I love that. Yeah. It's such a fascinating field because, like you said, you have to have so many complementing skill sets and traits in order to, I think, be an effective attorney of any stripe.
Yeah.
When did you first realize that this is it? That's it. I've got it. This is it for me.
I mean, first realized that I would do what I do.
Yeah.
Well, I said I was young, and I'd seen lawyers, and I admired what they did. So I don't know, To Kill a Mockingbird, that great movie with Gregory Peck, things like that, or Inherit the Wind, that great film with Spencer Tracy and Frederick March, and those had an effect on me. And back in the day, and so I wanted to do that.
Amazing.
Who gave you the nickname the Hammer? Is that a family name or?
As you are exactly right. When I was in utero with my mother, I was like banging. I've been a hammer before I was a lawyer.
Wow.
She said hits like a hammer, and I was called the Hammer before I became a lawyer, and it just worked out.
Wow, it fits. Yeah.
I love that. Now, did you find yourself like when you were younger? Were you a very contentious child, or were you kind of a go along to get along type lad?
Contentious? Is that contentious?
Yeah, you're looking. You're always looking.
I would argue with people. I would, people would say black, and I'd say not so quickly, or they'd say, "Well, I don't know about that," that kind of stuff. So I would be very annoying occasionally. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's it. That's the kind of kid I was too. Yeah, well, I'm not too sure.
Right. How can you be certain about that? Let's look at the other side.
Yeah, exactly. Always
stuff.
Advocating.
Right.
I love that. Very, very cool. Now, what has been your biggest challenge since you started in law in regards to wrapping your heads around something in regards to a case or something like that? What's been your biggest challenge?
People often ask me what's your case that you remember the most, and what happens is with me, every case is important, and once I do a case, I forget about it, move on to the other case.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, so I don't have one. All my clients are important, and they're like family to me. But the justice system in the United States is very bad. It, probably the best in the world, but that doesn't mean it's good, okay? I mean, I got to tell you guys, the function of the law is not to provide justice or preserve freedom. The function of the law is to keep those who hold power in power.
Mm-hmm.
And I fight against that all the time.
Yeah.
Big money, big insurance companies, big corporations. I represent the forgotten, the injured, and the damned. And, people hate lawyers until they need one.
Yeah, yeah.
And I am there for them.
I love that.
I have a friend who he's a comedian. He also he's an interesting guy, but when he was in high school, he got a job on Wall Street, and he later found out that he was doing things illegal. You know what I mean? He thought he was doing the things that, he was doing what his boss told him to do, but then he later found out, he got out of the business. He was just like, oh, we were kind of doing shady things. You know what I mean? But he told me something interesting once, and he said, Sean, you're lucky that we live in such a litigious place, because there's parts of the world where you just don't know how fucked you are until shit happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. I always thought he had an interesting perspective on it.
Right. Well, I'm the voice of the little guy. Okay. Yeah. You have big government trying to crush you, big corporations trying to crush you, big money trying to crush you, and only the lawyer fights for the guy who doesn't have the power.
Yeah. Who writes your commercials? Is that all you? You have a team of people, or?
I'm sorry. The commercials. Is that all me? How do you mean? That's me.
Oh yeah,
I'm a commercial.
No. Do you write it? Do you come up with the concept?
Oh,
for the
well,
commercial?
I have an ad agency, and we work on the scripts together.
Yeah.
But I have my input, and I do have people who help me.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm such a big I've made a few commercials up here in Canada. And I've worked with a lot of different people who've gone on to do a lot of very big things in entertainment, and it's really cool. I love the process behind commercials, especially for commercials that sell a service. Like, how do you get across who you are? Because you're selling yourself. Like, it's you, right? And
it's
what
me.
you did was, you were so I was scrolling, and I found your commercial. Like, I'm in Toronto, Canada, and I came across yourself and one of your ads on my feed, and it had such an impact on me that I said, Kelly, you got to get Lowell. I want to talk to Lowell, because it was such a cool commercial. I love that stuff. Like, for me, it's got a cool feel to it, and it really does. It showcases your energy. And I think in as you said, in law, like, personality is almost as it's equally important as knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yes. If you have the knowledge but don't have the personality to get it across, you have a real problem. And my ads are honest. You see some of these lawyer ads. Hello there. Are you? We can help you. I mean, I am a warrior for you. The justice system in the United States is about two things. It's about your freedom, which is the criminal justice system, and it's about money, which is the civil justice system. I mean, you're hurt in an accident. You don't say, well, now I'm going to hit you with my car. That's not how it works. You want to get money, and that's what it's all about. And so I tell you, I'm going to get you the money. That's what I do.
And insurance is notoriously miserly with their payouts.
Yeah.
Now, who have you found to be the best to deal with, the most amiable, and then I hate seeing these guys.
They all suck. Insurance companies are in the business of taking in as much money as possible and paying out as little as possible. No insurance adjuster ever got a bonus by giving you what you deserve. And that's what it's all about. It's a business. It's not about justice for them. It's about money. And that's it.
Fucking true. Hey, man. I I just went through all of this dealing with my insurance. Oh my goodness! And like I live in Canada, so it's different. I don't know what I could have done, but I wish that I didn't live in Canada for that. And you would have been the first call I made, Lowell.
All
I'm
right.
telling you,
Well,
because this is
next time get hit here in the United States, and I'm your man.
okay. I'm gonna do a tour in the States. I gotta
There you
do a
go.
tour of the state, and then that's it. I'm gonna go around looking.
Right.
Oh, that's so funny. Now, what do you have any piece of advice that you would give to drivers who have just been in an accident?
Yeah. First thing you have to do is is call the police and also get the information from the guy that hit you. Get well, we all got cell phones. Get a picture of his license plate. Get a picture of his license. Some guys say, "Oh, my name is John Smith," and it turns out he doesn't exist. Take a picture of his driver's license. Take a picture of his car plates. Call the police. Take pictures of your car and pictures of his car, and obviously get treatment and call the police. But before you and then after you do that, call a lawyer. Don't talk to the insurance companies without talking to a lawyer first, because they will say, we just want to find out what happened, and try to trick you into saying something wrong, and then say, oh, well, you said X, we're not going to pay you a dime.
This is what I figured, and I was very, 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 very careful with my words, but I should have spoken to a lawyer. I was very careful with what I said because I figured they're just trying. They're not there to help me out. Nobody's there to help me out.
Right, yeah. It's like military intelligence. It's an oxymoron, honest insurance companies.
Well, would you say that most of your clients that you deal with, specifically for car stuff, does everybody have a dash cam these days? Is that?
No, they don't. They don't.
Yeah.
A dash cam can work. A dash cam can work two ways.
Yeah.
It can help you, but it can hurt you.
Right. Right.
So I got no problem with dash cams, but don't think because you have a dash cam that it's gonna make your case. It might not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true. Yeah, very true. Because if you did anything untowards,
that's right.
The camera
captures it. You say, oh, I don't remember that happening. Well, here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, because I was considering getting a dash cam because I keep seeing them when I'm going around, but it's just that thought that just keeps popping into my head where all ambiguity goes out the window if it's right there.
Right. Can work both ways.
That's it. Oh, okay. I've got another question. What TV show is to you the most accurate representation of what a court of law is actually like?
I'll tell you the TV show that was the most accurate representation of the practice of law, and that was the old LA Law TV show. Okay, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember that.
I remember. I never watched it, but I remember seeing it.
That was back in the 80s, I believe, and that was the most accurate about how a law firm operates and how lawyers operate. In that it was practice of law, but it was a business, and that people were jockeying for position and jockeying to win cases and doing what they needed to do and dealing with clients. So if you ever get a chance to see some of the old LA Law episodes, won a lot of Emmys. It was a big honored show. That was the closest to how law firms really operate.
Nice. I got to give that a look. And now,
I'll tell you the movie that's the most realistic about trial work is a movie called Anatomy of a Murder by James Stewart. These are all 1959. James Stewart, Ben Gazzara, directed by the great Otto Preminger. That is also very accurate about how lawyers do things and how a case really works. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Perry Mason, but in the old Perry Mason shows, the guy would, confess from the stand. Yes, I did it. How dare that does not happen.
Right.
Does not happen.
No.
How about Jury Duty starring Pauly Shore?
Say again?
Ever see Jury Duty with Pauly Shore?
No, Jury. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Mm.
Did
You
you like
know,
it?
I saw Trial and Error with what's his name, the guy from Kramer too. Okay, from you know,
Oh, nice.
you know, I mean,
Nice.
you know, what can I tell you? I'll tell you, yeah, I mean, that was a funny movie, but I tell you, what do you call it? My Cousin Vinny has some good
Oh,
stuff in it.
Oh
Even
yeah,
though
yeah.
it's, you know, I mean, has some good stuff in it, absolutely. And a movie
what I've
called
learned
and
about you, Lowell,
say again.
you're a little bit of you're a film buff, Lowell. This is what I'm
Oh,
learning about you. Is
absolutely, yeah.
you're a film buff. I
You
love
got it.
that. This
And
is
one more, and Justice for All with Al Pacino, also about how screwed up the law is. Really
Right.
great film. Really great film.
mm, I've seen that one. Now,
You've
okay,
you've given
I
us some
I love
homework.
that you're such a film guy. Yeah, I love that. Now is what type of film, what genre of film is your jam? What do you tuck into when you're not on the when you're not in court there? What do you
I
like?
like all movies. I like I'm not I'm old man, so I'm not into the cartoons. I
Hmm.
can't I can't hack. First of all, I need a roadmap to watch the Avengers stuff. Okay, who's
Yeah,
this?
oh
Who's that?
yeah.
What's that? What do you do? But I see it on the TV before. I can't follow that anymore.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, no, it's too much for me too.
but I like the old movies, the Turner Classic Movies stuff, the
Hmm.
stuff from the '70s, the '80s, stuff now. I'm trying to think. Like you mentioned, Running Man. I saw Running Man. I liked Running Man. It was
Yeah,
pretty
that
good,
was cool.
but I like the Arnold version better. Okay,
Yeah,
so
100%.
yeah, so movies now. I mean, you know, they're directed for a different audience. A lot of adults don't go to the movies anymore, so they got to go, you
Yeah.
know, for kids.
Hmm.
We just, I
And,
actually just read an article about that before I came on the air here when I was on my way back into town. Cineplex, which is Canada's largest theater chain, reported Q4 earnings that were so sad. So their fourth quarter earnings for last year were only $369,000.
That does
yeah,
not
That's
it's
make
how
terrible.
few people. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
how
mean,
few people like.
well, they'd
It's
rather stay home and watch it on TV. I get it. I'm the same way, unless it's an IMAX film. Like I'm looking
that's
forward
the
to seeing Epic Elvis Presley in concert. Baz Luhrmann. That's going to be in IMAX. I got to see Elvis.
right.
He's the
Oh
king. I may be
Yeah,
the
I
hammer,
like
but
going.
he's the king.
I love that. I love it. For me, like the theater, the films that I have to go see in theaters are those big epic
Right,
movies.
the big epics.
Like,
Look, you mentioned the Odyssey. I'm going to see that one, but I'm going to see it in IMAX.
right, right.
oh yeah, yeah, for sure, 100%. I think that that's one thing that, like, I was talking to my wife about this, where it's sad that film and going to see movies is going to become a more niche experience. It's
Yeah,
not going to be as widely done. I worked at, like, one of my first memorable jobs for me was I was a projectionist in a movie theater for a few years. So the amount of cinema I got to take in that amount of time was staggering. I probably, in the 3 years that I worked at that theater, I probably watched about 450 different films.
yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
their first run features, and that's when, like, do you remember the film 25th Hour?
25th Hour. Now, remind me who's in that.
That's Edward Norton, Barry
Yeah, I remember
Pepper.
that. When he's going to jail.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
Yeah, he's
one.
going to jail.
Spike Lee.
Yeah,
Spike Lee. Yeah, great
yeah, it was
movie.
such a good film, and like I wouldn't have seen that if I didn't happen to like work at a theater because like it came out, it was a bit older
Yeah, no,
than
I
I
mean,
was,
that was a, but see,
but
they don't make movies like that anymore. Spike Lee does
no, that
occasionally, but they just don't.
yeah, it seems like because film has become increasingly increased and more and more and more of a business, the risks aren't as ready to be taken. But when they are taken, they really swing for the fences, and I appreciate
Yeah,
films like that. One of the
yeah,
films that
it's
really
great.
caught my eye. Did you watch this movie? What did you think of this film, guys? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I saw
Did
it.
you see that film?
I thought it was great. I thought it was
Sounds
great.
great.
Yeah, what a
Yeah,
phenomenal movie.
yeah.
The
And
Daniels
it
are
won a
two
lot
of
of
my
awards too.
favorite.
Won a lot of awards,
Yeah,
deservedly.
and for some reason they really should kind of not be hesitant to lean back into this kind of risky filmmaking. There's that new movie with Sam Rockwell that's coming out. What's that one called?
I
It's
don't
Where
know, but I
he's
know
a time yeah,
I
he's
know
a
what you're
time
talking about.
traveler who comes
Yeah,
back. I
but the
just don't know
problem
the
is,
name of
you
it.
know, in movies, the stakes are so high that that you know, I'm like, it's all sequel
unless because you got to have an audience. So,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, you put something in new and it doesn't work, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And nobody wants to take that risk to
Right.
produce something that might be the next thing. But some of
Right.
my more enjoyable movies over the last little bit, some of them were a little bit lighter, but they were a unique take on a familiar premise. Did you guys see the film Mr. Right with Sam Rockwell and I can't remember, Anna Kendrick?
No.
It's a romantic a romantic comedy, but Sam Rockwell plays a contract killer, and it gets like it's weird. It's not framed as a traditional but it's a rom-com. It's like a rom-com action film.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Like a lot of the old movies, they're old, but they're new to you if you see them. These classic films are really great, and they may be old, but they're new to you.
100%. I couldn't agree with that more. I remember when we first got Turner Classic Movies. Funny, my last name is Turner, but we got Turner Classic Movies, and I watched the Thin Man series. Do you guys remember the
Right.
Thin Man
Great.
series?
Great. Well, about two
Phenomenal.
drunks. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I loved it.
William Powell was not sober for the whole film, for the whole series.
No, beautiful. It's so good. And I watched and just loved that film. And you're right, it was completely new to me,
he was
but the
great.
film was so
The film was great, but really, it was a story about a detective who was an alcoholic. You never saw him without a cocktail. And he still solved the case.
Yeah, and I think that really ignited my love of, I think, the detective kind of genre.
Yeah,
I like now I'm really enjoying the Knives Out films. Those are, I think, my favorite.
Yeah, well, my favorite is Chinatown. I just saw that again the other night. It's a great movie, and based in reality. Terrific, terrific.
I got to rewatch that one. It's been probably 10 years since I've seen.
Yeah, I'm a big film noir fan. That kind of stuff. You guys ought to catch a film if you haven't seen it. Out of the Past with Robert Mitchum. It's really super noir. Check it out. It's fabulous. Made Robert Mitchum a star. Out of the Past.
Out of the Past.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
In fact, they remade it with what was that song? With Phil Collins. Sang the song. With what's his name? Jeff Bridges. Against All Odds was a remake of Out of the Past.
Oh
wow!
Not least we've got 2 movies to watch now.
There you go.
Yeah,
I would watch. The first one's much better.
Yeah.
I love that. I love talking movies with people, especially people that are in different professions than myself, because I like to know how everybody kicks back and what they like to.
Well, movies talk a lot about the human condition. You can learn a lot from films. Absolutely, 100%. You really can.
I love that so much.
Yeah,
I love that. Well, we're closing in on the end of our time here, Lowell. So where can people follow along? Where can people find you if they should need your help in the upcoming future?
Well, I'm, it's thehammer.com or theinjurylawyer.com, and I'm on YouTube, Lowell the Hammer Stanley. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Reddit. I mean, I'm all over social media, so not hard to find me. And give me a call, and if I can't help you, I'll find the guy who can, because I know all the players.
That's the best. Lowell, thank you so much for joining
us
this Wednesday for the Late Night Sesh. Sean, do you have any shows coming up? Do you have any shows coming up this week?
Well, nothing. Well, this week, Sunday. Let's see. Sunday. What month are we in? February 15th. I'm doing Stone Laughs out in Queens, so it's
wonderful.
A friendly show. Definitely go out and see that. And then if you happen to be in Adelaide, Australia, I'm making another trip down under for my time travel comedy show, Secret Time Travel Meeting.
I love that.
I hope to see you in the future, somewhere.
I love that. Beautiful. And I'm going to be in Hamilton tomorrow night with the talented Ben Rispin, mounting our show Slow Learner again. That's going to be a blast, and hopefully we get to see everybody out there. Thank you again for joining us on the Late Night Sesh. I'm Reese, that's Sean, that's Lowell. You guys have a great week, or else, baby.